Single parenting can feel like a solo journey, but it doesn't have to be. Introducing MomFlex App, the ultimate village web app designed just for you. From financial support to community connections, MomFlex App offers a lifeline, helping you navigate parenting with confidence. Find trusted resources, build your support network, and thrive, because every parent deserves a village. Join the movement today. Visit momflex.org to install the app and take the first step toward a stronger, more supported you.
Every day's a battle, every step a climb, but we're standing tall, we're building our lives. Through the sleepless nights and the endless fight, we rise, we shine, we hold on tight. We are more than the labels, more than the pain, breaking the cycle, rewriting the game. Stronger together we lift, we strive. Single parents, we rise and thrive. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive. Turning our pain into power, we're alive. We see you, you matter, you're strong inside. Together we shine, we rise, we thrive.
Welcome back to Beyond the Struggle, Rise and Thrive, the podcast where we have real conversation for real people navigating with courage, grit, and grace. I'm your host, La Fortune, and I want to start today's episode by saying this. You are doing an incredible job. If you are listening right now, chances are you are juggling more roles than most people can imagine. Parent, provider, protector, nurse, chauffeur, teacher, chef, organizer, advocate. You are doing it all every single day. But today, I want us to talk about something most of us avoid, not because it's unimportant, but because it's uncomfortable. What happens when the strong one gets sick? What if you, the glue holding everything together, are suddenly out of commission, hospitalized, hit with an illness, laid off with an injury, or even just stuck in bed for days? It's not dramatic. It's reality. And it happens more often than we like to admit. Now, I know this isn't easy to think about. It's scary. It's vulnerable. But hear me out on this. Planning for emergencies doesn't mean living in fear. It means living with intention. It means making sure your children, your home, and your peace of mind are protected, even when you are not 100%. So in today's episode, we are breaking it all down. How to create an emergency care plan. Who should be on your go-to contact list? What paperwork you need in place. And how to talk to your kids in an age-appropriate way about what to do if something happens. Because when you are the only adult in the home, you don't have the luxury of, I will figure it out later. You need to have a plan in place before you need it. So grab your notebook or just listen with an open heart. By the end of this episode, you will have a clearer picture of what a realistic emergency plan looks like for you and your family. Let's get into it, shall we?
Single parenting can feel like a solo journey, but it doesn't have to be. Introducing MomFlex App, the ultimate village web app designed just for you. From financial support to community connections, MomFlex App offers a lifeline, helping you navigate parenting with confidence. Find trusted resources, build your support network, and thrive, because every parent deserves a village. Join the movement today. Visit momflex.org to install the app and take the first step toward a stronger, more supported you.
Our first segment is the reality check. I want to start with a story, my story. Last year, actually 2 years ago, I got very sick. It hit me fast and hard. At first, I could still move around. I was weak, but I managed to get up, cook for my 9-year-old, daughter, and do the basics. I told myself I'd be fine in a few days. But by the fifth day, I couldn't even get out of bed. My body simply gave out. And that's when the panic set in, not for me, but for her. My daughter was hungry, confused, and watching her mom fade in and out of sleep. I remember lying there thinking, who can I call? Who's going to feed her? What if she needs to go to school, or worse? What if she gets sick too? I called my friend Tom. He brought food, but couldn't come in. He has a weak immune system and couldn't risk exposure. My older daughter was out of town and my son too. I didn't want to burden them. I didn't want to seem like I couldn't handle it. But the truth was, I couldn't. Not at that moment anyway. For a while, I forgot about Tanya, my daughter's best friend's mom. And when I finally thought to call her, she didn't hesitate. She came over, went grocery shopping, packed up my daughter's things, and took her to stay with them. She made sure I had medicine, soup, and rest. She stepped in where I had no plan. That moment was a wake-up call. As single moms, we pride ourselves on being strong, resourceful, and capable. But let's be honest, we are not invincible. And yet, we often don't have a backup plan for when life hits us hardest. Who's going to walk the kids to school? Who will make dinner? What happens if we can't move, speak, or care for them? What if they need to go to the ER? Let's call this what it is, a reality check. We can't afford to just wing it when our well-being is at stake. Hoping someone will step up at the last minute isn't a plan. It's a gamble. That moment of fear and scrambling could have been avoided. So today, let's use my experience and so many others as a wake-up call. Let's start building a safety net, a village, a real support system, one that we don't just think about, but one we can activate before the storm hits.
Every day.
All right, let's get practical. You have heard the why. Now here's the how. We are working through 5 simple, powerful steps you can take to make sure your family is ready when life throws the unexpected your way. These steps don't take a ton of time, but the peace of mind they bring is a game changer. So step 1, you need to identify your emergency contact. Let's start here. Who can step in if you can't? You want to have at least 2 to 3 trusted people who can show up, whether that means picking up your child from school, staying with them overnight, or just making sure they are fed, cared for while you recover or deal with an emergency. Think about it. A reliable friend nearby, a trusted neighbor, a relative who lives close enough to be reached quickly. And this is the key. Have the conversation in advance. Don't assume people know they are your go-to. Ask them, confirm their availability, and thank them in advance. Most people want to help. They just need to know what you need from them. Make it visible. Write down their names and number and put them somewhere easy to find. On your fridge, inside your phone's emergency contacts list, or tucked in your kids' backpacks. You want your kids and anyone stepping in to know exactly who to call and how. Step 2, create a family binder or digital folder. Next, it's time to build your family emergency brain, a place where everything lives, so no one's guessing in a crisis. This can be a physical binder or a digital folder, stored in Google Drive, Dropbox, or even your Note app. What matters is that it's organized, accessible, and shared with at least one emergency contact. What to include? Your child's daily schedule, wake-up time, school, drop-off, pick-up, meal preferences, and bedtime routine. Medical informations, allergies, medication, pediatrician, and pharmacy contact. Emergency contact list, including your neighbor, friend, and relative. School information, teacher's name, after-school program, login info for parents' portals or homework application. A consent to treat letter or short guardianship letter. Let's move on to the next. The next part will explain a little better. Pro tip. Put a copy in your glove box and one in your bag. If you are using digital versions, be sure to give trusted contact view access only. Step 3, write a consent to treat letter. This is a big one and is often overlooked. A consent to treat letter gives your designated adult permission to authorize medical treatment for your child in your absence. This is crucial if you are unconscious, hospitalized, or just unreachable. Here's what it should include: your name and your child's name, the full name of the adult you are giving temporary consent to, a statement that this adult may seek and approve medical care on your behalf, the start and end date or language like until it's revoked, your signature, end date. In many places, it needs to be notarized, so check your local laws and get it done ahead of time. Some clinics or hospitals simply won't treat a child without it. Step 4, teach your kids basic safety protocol. This is all about empowering your children, not scaring them off. Even little kids can learn what to do if something is wrong. Start small and build their confidence. Depending on their age, teach them how to call 911 or the local emergency number, how to unlock your phone or use the emergency call feature, your full name and phone number, the name of the safe adult they can trust. Make it interactive. Turn it into a game, a role play, or fun checklist. You want this to feel normal, not scary. The goal isn't to make them feel anxious. It's to give them a sense of control and confidence. Step 5, revisit and practice your plan regularly. Just like a fire drill at school, your emergency plan needs to be reviewed and practiced at least once or twice a year. Do a quick walkthrough with your kids. Who do you call if mom can't answer? Where's the family binder? What do we do if someone comes to pick you up from school? Update contact info, schedule a medical detail as needed. A plan is only helpful if it's current. This 5-step plan is not about expecting the worst. It's about making sure that if something happens, your family is covered with love, structure, and support. You are not just preparing for emergency, you are preparing your family to thrive even in uncertainty.
Every day's a battle, every step a climb, but we're standing tall, we're building our lives through the sleepless nights.
Let's just review some real life voices. Let's take a moment to hear from real people who are living this, people who have taken steps to protect their children and create peace of mind no matter what life throws at them. Take Jason, for example, a widowed dad of 3 young kids. After losing his wife, he knew he couldn't do it alone, but he also didn't want to rely on extended family that live hours away. So he made a bold but beautiful move. He linked up with 2 other single parents in his community and created what they call a rotating emergency contact plan. "We are on your safety net," Jason said. "If one of us goes down, the others step in. No question asked. If I get sick, they know what to do. If one of their kids needs a rifle or a meal, I'm there." They each have access to one another's homes, a list of emergency contacts, allergies, school schedule, and even bedtime routine. It's not about perfection. It's about trust, communication, and shared responsibility. They are not waiting for disaster to strike. They already have rehearsed what to do when it does. And I understand that there are issues with trust these days, with trusting people to access your home or trusting people to have your information and so forth. But again, find someone you can trust, someone that you know you really, truly, truly can trust. Then there is Leanne, a single mom to 2 kids, one with asthma. She keeps a laminated emergency checklist in her kitchen and another copy in her glove box. The list has name, number, medication, allergy info, doctor, school, contact, everything someone will need if she couldn't speak for herself. I may be on my own, she says, but I'm not leaving my kids unprepared. It's not about fear, it's about love. These aren't extreme measures, they are intentional acts of protection. They have been built on the understanding that life is unpredictable, but our response doesn't have to be. This isn't paranoia, it's preparation. And the best part, it teaches your kids something powerful. It gives them a deep sense of security, the kind of resilience that doesn't come from pretending everything is fine, but from knowing there is a plan, that someone will show up, that they are not alone even when life gets messy. So whether it's a group text with trusted friends, a printed emergency sheet, or a designated in case of person your kids can turn to, you have options, and you have the power to put those options in motion. Because being prepared isn't just about what could go wrong. It's about making sure your family is still all right when it does. If you are the only adult in your home, then you already know you are everything for your children. You are the one your children look up to when they are scared, hungry, excited, or sick. You are the morning routine, the bedtime story, the steady heartbeat of the household. That's an incredible role to hold, but let's be real. It's also a heavy one. And while you may live alone, that doesn't mean you have to carry it alone. Being prepared isn't about expecting the worst. It's about giving yourself the freedom to rest, to breathe, to heal when needed. Because you are already set the stage for support. It's about putting a plan in place so your kids aren't left in limbo, and neither are you. This kind of planning is not just practical, it's loving. It's the ultimate form of care. So let this be your reminder. Build your team, create your plan, lighten your mental load. Because true strength isn't in doing it all. True strength is preparing for what you can't control, so life doesn't knock you off your feet when you least expect it. And before we go, I want to leave you with these wise words from Maya Angelou. Hoping for the best, prepared for the worst, and unsurprised by anything in between. Let that sink in. Let it be your guide. Take care of yourself, take care of your plan, and as always, keep rising beyond the struggle. You have been listening to Beyond the Struggle, Rise and Thrive. If this episode helped you, inspired you, or gave you a sense of clarity, share it with another solo parent or caregiver. You never know who might need to hear this story today. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. It helps this message reach more parents who are doing their best every single day. Until next time, be safe, be kind to yourself, and keep thriving. Ciao now.
Every day's a battle, every step a climb, but we're standing tall, we're building our lives. Through the sleepless nights and the endless fight, we rise, we shine, we hold on tight. We are more than the labels, more than the pain, breaking the cycle, rewriting the game. Stronger together, we lift, we strive. Single parents, we rise and thrive. Beyond the struggle, we rise and thrive. Turning our pain into power, we're alive. We see you, you matter, you're strong inside. Together we shine, we rise, we thrive. Stories of triumph, stories of grace. Single parents with dreams.